Hey everyone. If you've been following all of the previous episodes, we have so far been done with basics of function definition and how do we use parameters. So this was the uh, example that we used the previous time. We saw how to give parameters to the functions or methods or whatever you want to call them, that doesn't matter. And we saw that how we can give one function or one parameter to a function. Now what you can also do is give multiple parameters to a function. So here we had a method, a function called square, that would take a number from the user, like that was done separately, not inside the function, and then we would call the function while providing that value inside the function, inside those parentheses. And then what this would do is it would substitute that just in the function over here and execute all of that basic stuff. So now what we're going to do is try to use multiple parameters. Now this would seem redundant, but sometimes people get thrown off of this, so it's not really a big deal. So let's try taking two inputs. Let's say a int input, enter number 1, not 11 1, and we'll do int input, enter number, why do I keep, never mind, enter number 2. Yeah, so we have two numbers, so what we would like to do is take both of them and add them. Yeah, you can do simply just a plus b, but we are going to be learning functions today, so let's try to make everything a lot more harder than it has to be. Def would be add. Now that's what we'll be calling our function. So, and we'll leave the parameters for the sake just now, and otherwise, let's just write them. So we'll say first and second. If you remember from last time, we can give our parameters whatever names we want them to be, or they can be the exact same names as the variables that we're using them. But it's a better idea conventionally not to use the same names unless you end up getting confused, because come on, you don't want to get confused with Python. So what we'll do is say answer equals first plus second. We have this, and then we'll say print answer. So once we have this, and if I now try calling add, let's just go here and add on, I'll call add like this by just writing the name and parenthesis, and within them I will give the values a and b. Now what happens is when we give values a and b, we are telling it that the a value over here, because that value is the first value that I'm providing, it's the first argument, the first parameter that I'm giving, it gets mapped, or it gets placed as the first variable over here. B gets mapped or assumed as the second variable over here, and first gets added with second, so A gets added with B, and we get the answer. Or if you want to see, what you can do is you can just say print first, and hold on, let me just give A here, and then we can say print second B over here, so that way you can see what the first value is and what the second value is. Why am I giving A and B? My bad. First and second. So if I save this and if I now run this, what we get is it asks for enter number 1. So let's just enter a number 5. Let's enter a number 10, and it says first is 5, second is 10, and we get 15. So we can see that the variable first got mapped to the variable 5, and the variable second got mapped to the variable, the variable b got mapped to the variable second, and that's how we get the answer, print 15. You can give as many variables as you want, or there's other much advanced high level stuff where you can give multiple keyword arguments, and I probably will be covering them in not this range, a bit higher when you get much more comfortable with Python, not just now. So I'll end the video here, and I'll see you guys next time.